So the next person who's gonna present, because this isn't exactly going to be a performance, is Danny. And in his lesson, he and I were just talking about the possibilities of creating music from sounds that you find. So I'm going to turn it over to Danny, and he can explain what he did in this very creative way with found sound. Okay, Danny, you're live.
Okay. This song you probably saw. It's already called Jeff Stem. A little to explain about that. First of all, this is one of the sounds used in it. It's an automaton. You might have seen one of those. You might have not. I don't know why it's called Jeff, but it is. So that's where that comes from. And what Cindy said about the found sounds thing, it was more coincidence really that I had some because I haven't gotten up in like the last 3 or 4 weeks to do anything because of schoolwork and stuff. I have had a bunch of things at my desk like this. I drop it every once in a while. Then I would get that sound and I'd say, hey, this is an interesting sound. What if I made something out of it, something that's meaningful and that I can listen to over and over again on loop, which is why it's sort of short, which you're going to get to later on. And the other sounds in it, it's basically just other stuff I found around my room. Jeff already said my keyboard, which I don't have here because I'm doing strange stuff with it. And I'm going to play it, but before I do, I just want to explain some of how it was made. Rather than like taking the logical normal approach of like if you want to make something, you're going to use like proper software where you record it, you put it into tracks, then you actually work with it. Instead of that, I just fired up movie editing software, and instead of working in seconds or beats per second or beats per minute for time, I used frames as in film frames. So for every second there'd be 24 subdivisions frames. This is getting very very boring, so I think I'm just going to play it.
This is not boring. You're doing great.
I'm going to play it twice. I assume you can see the Windows Media Player thing. I'm going to play it twice because of how it's set up. It can loop.
Way to go, Danny.
And that was just, I didn't actually play it all the way through twice because I'm not really going to waste everyone else's time since I already explained a bit longer, and I decided that I'd cut it off there. Um, that's it, basically. That's really all I had.
Danny, it's great. The visual that is kind of fun is Danny had an old keyboard that I typed on back in the day, and the space bar was your like your kick drum, and some of the other keys were like the toms and stuff. So I appreciate all that creativity, Danny. Great job. Thank you for sharing that with us.